Justin, Dan Kreuger, the lottery ticket, Dan Kreuger. $26 million, one winning ticket. Not sports cars, pensions, diamonds, big diamonds. Your own private island. I haven't checked my numbers yet. 26 million could still be mine. But I don't want to know. Not yet. I'm still practicing my happy dance. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone who's ever dreamed of being the Joneses, I'm here to tell you the best dollar I ever spent was on a lottery ticket. You see, I grew up in a family of 10. My dad was a railroad engineer. My mom, she ran the house. We never had much. Anything and everything I ever owned, but had someone else's name written on it. As kids, we learned to share everything, including seatbelts. But I remember my dad always bought lottery tickets. Sometimes he'd use all our birthdays to pick special numbers, and sometimes he'd just do the quick pick thing. But he never missed a week. So when I moved out on my own, everything I had fit into a backpack. For my first month, I only ate Ichiban noodles. 2 packages a day. 19 cents a piece, it was all I could afford. I found a job unloading trucks, and I got my first paycheck at the end of the month. It was a Friday, and I cashed it just in time to pay my rent. And then I splurged. I bought myself an onion. I have to go with my noodles. And I bought my first lottery ticket. Now I say that ticket changed my life, but not in the way you might be thinking. You see, I always thought my dad bought lottery tickets to win. But now, I'm not so sure. If you think about it that way, it's a losing proposition. The odds of winning the Lotto 649 are 1 in 14 million. The odds of becoming an astronaut are only 1 in 13 million. That's right. You got a better chance of going into outer space than you do winning the lottery. But even if winning the lottery seems improbable, we all know playing the lottery unleashes the possible. That first jackpot was $2.5 million. And I lay awake every night daydreaming about how I was going to spend it all when I won. It wasn't if I won, it was when I won. I believed in that power of positive thinking, of dreaming things into existence. For me, it was a 4x4 Jeep YJ, jet black with big fat knobby tires. I had a kayak strapped to the roof and a silver marin triple butted titanium mountain bike. Back in. Total chick, man. I didn't win that first week, but neither did anyone else. As the jackpot grew, so did my dreams. Week after week, night after night. Didn't take long to figure something out, though. It wasn't winning. And it probably wasn't going to. However, I calculated that for every dollar I spent on the lottery, I got at least 12 to 15 hours of entertainment. It was a way better value for my money than going to the movies or having a drink at the local pub. And more than that, the lottery gave me permission to dream of possibilities that, in my day-to-day life, were unthinkable. That is a superpower to have. To see the world not for what it is, but for what it could be. My dad had that superpower. And now, so did I. So I kept playing. Fast forward, September 2nd, 1995. Do you remember that day? The jackpot had risen to just over $26 million. It had never been that high before. Everybody was talking about it. I was talking about it. I bet you were talking about it. I called my dad and said, Dad, I got my ticket, you got yours? He had 22. It didn't matter. I was still going to beat him. It was my turn. $26 million. I could feel it. It was in my bones. It was my turn. I went to bed early that night. I was so excited. And then the unthinkable happened. On the eve of the largest jackpot in the history of the Lotto 649, I was bored. I was bored with daydreaming about buying more things. I was bored. In my imaginary little world, I had all the things I wanted. And I was bored. And then I panicked. This was cheap entertainment. What was I going to do now? I lay awake a long time that night. Had a drink or two. And I came to realize that life, real life, might not be about collecting things. It's what those things let us do or let us be that really matters. It's the stories we share, the experiences we have, and the people we have them with. Those are the things that matter, and those are the things that make our lives exciting and meaningful. Thomas King wrote, "The truth about stories is that that's all we are." And that made me think. Maybe all I needed to do was start writing my own story and stop waiting for a lottery to make my dreams come true. So I never checked my numbers the next day. In fact, I still haven't checked. 26 million could still be mine. But I don't want to know. I don't need to know. Because even though I've never owned a 4x4 Jeep YJ, I did go on to become a sea kayak guy. And I did buy myself a silver mountain bike, which I rode all over Europe and North Africa, down under into Australia, and all the way to Alaska. And those experiences became the first few steps of my happy dance. A dance that began almost 20 years ago, and it continues to this day. The best dollar I ever spent. My dad used to say, 100 years from now, all new people. And what he meant by that was, if you're waiting on someone else's permission to dream or to make your dreams come true, I'm here to tell you today, you don't need it. Life is short, but it is never too late to start writing your own story, and it is never too late to practice your happy dance. Mr. Toastmaster.